Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today, I'm free! No draft restrictions for this guy today. But, we do get to make the playoffs, so we could say that we made the playoffs at least. I was gonna just do a regular season with a random team, but that's not as much fun. I'd rather do a fantasy draft, so we're gonna do it so that every single team makes the playoffs. It would be very cool to see, like, the 30th place team win. I severely doubt that will happen, but what I will do is randomize our team and we get the Boston Bruins. I feel like we've already used them, but hey, random is random. I'm gonna keep all of the regular league setup. The only thing I'm gonna change is the playoff qualification format, and I'm not gonna do divisional, or I guess, yeah, no, I think you have to go to the entire league. And on that note, can make it so that 32 teams qualify. Should I turn on playoff reseeding? No, I don't think I will. I will not be changing anything else for the sake of this video. It will strictly be that all teams make the lofts. You know, considering it is random, I feel like we get Boston quite a bit. Even on NHL 22, I feel like I used them several times. I really don't want to go and rename all the divisions, Pacific Central and Atlantic Metro. I don't want to do it, so I'm just gonna name the conferences. Divisions will be custom still. We will not have owner mode turned on. Jabroni will not be editing my lines, but we will be doing a fantasy draft, and Fog of War, no thank you. CPUs can trade if they would like to. Let's find out what draft spot we get. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we get draft spot. Why does it keep resetting this? Again, I don't think that it matters when you're doing a simulation anyway, but I feel like this keeps resetting on me for some reason. I'm gonna go right down the middle and say we get pick number 16, and we end up landing on pick number 19. So I was fairly close. And with that pick, I will be taking a player that I feel like fits the Boston aura. And that will be Matthew Tkachuk. I will then be selecting... Who will I be selecting? Kind of want to take John Carlson because he simulates very well in this game, it seems. He's always up there on the leaderboards at the end of the season, so should I risk it for the biscuit? I think I should. All right, John, fine. That has to be a +5. It has to be. Shea Theodore and John Carlson playing together. That is going to be a deadly duo. 7.9? I was gonna take Norris until I saw that. Holy crap. I mean, maybe I still will. That's a little crazy, though. Could take Adrian Kempe. He's actually got 2 abilities. Does our boy Norris have any abilities? He does not. The plot thickens. Horvat, 1 year older. Same overall, same amount of money. He has 4 abilities. Let's go with Bo. I'm really living life on the edge here by waiting this long. But I think I'm going to take Mr. Canadian Duke. I think they look alike. And yeah, Alex Tuck. Let's go ahead and make that selection. So our first line is complete. We have our first defensive pair. Please have a good goalie still. There's Flower. I think I've seen Ned sim pretty well. Maybe we'll risk it for Ned. Because again, I want to try and keep the team fairly young here. Yeah, I'll do it. $3 million, can't go wrong. The man whose name I just can't pronounce. I don't know why, but every time I try to, I feel like I say it the opposite way of how I should be saying it. I think it's Nedeljkovic, but is the J pronounced? I don't think so. Neil. Can't remember the last time, if at all, I drafted this lad. I also think I played against him when we were younger, but anyway, Robbie Fabry. Go ahead and make that selection for our second line. Was Fabry primarily a center or a left winger? Either way, he's got centerman in there, so I might pick up Alex Killorn to also be on that second line. 85 overall, very solid for 4.4 million. Yeah, let's make it happen. The crazy thing is that even though every single team in the NHL makes the playoffs, still gonna get rinsed in the first round. It's just inevitable. Mr. Mantha. He's a sniper with only a 4-star shooting category. 6'5". He's got a 4-star physicality category as well. And that would be our second line Oshie with abilities galore. And Mantha has none. I'll still go with Mantha because I feel like I take Jimothy all the time. So 5.7, a little steep, but we'll make it work. I just picked this guy up in fantasy. A little bit risky because he could be good, he could not. He's getting lots of ice time, and I think they have him on power play 1. So in this game, I will also select Brandon Montour. Is every defenseman right-handed? What's going on? Thank you, Caleb. 80 overall, 1.3 million. He will be our next defensive selection. He's going to be on pair number 2. He's pretty good in the boys, so I'll take Will Butcher. It's going to be a toss-up as to whether anybody gets that reference or not. Very tempted to take Phil. But I can't do it. I've been taking him too much. Ooh, LeBanc. That's a lot of money though, Kevin. Trevor Moore at 1.8, however. 82 overall. That is a good deal. I don't remember the name of the show, and I don't even know if I ever watched it, but there's a show called something like Extreme Couponing, where people would go into grocery stores and price match, etc., and use so many coupons that they actually get money back for their groceries. I don't think that's ever been a thing in Canada because there's a lot of restrictions on stuff like that. But in the States, I guess you can go nuts. And yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm doing that on this game. I don't know why, it just feels that way. Ooh, Nick Paul, power forward. And he's making 3.1. I will select him regardless. I don't have a good reason for it, but I'm going to take Kochetkov as our backup goalie, 75 overall. Truthfully, no idea who this guy is. Apparently, he was drafted by Carolina in 2019, 36th overall. He's played an NHL game, I feel like, because I'm pretty sure I have heard that name. Yeah, last year he played 3 games for the Hurricanes, and now he's in the AHL, where he's played 1 game so far in the AHL. He's got a .411 goals against average and an .818 save percentage. I mean, very small sample size, so can't really hold him accountable for that. Cole Lind, 77 overall, two-way forward. Yeah, he's got the high top 6 potential as well. That's our next selection. So at this point in time, we need a total of 3 forwards and a defenseman. We are at round 17, so the math does check out. We still got $20 million of cap space, so I am gonna go all out and pick up JVR at 83 overall. Want to make sure I don't screw this up again, but right-handed left, and then we have right-left again, and then I'm pretty sure left-handed for Bill Butcher. Yeah, so we do need a right-handed defenseman, which seemed to be pretty easy to find last time. It's gotta be Luke Shen. It has to be. I've changed my mind. I'm reuniting the Van Riemsdykes. They are going to be playing together. Trevor will be our final defenseman. I'm now quite confident that... Who did I take? It was someone in this... Was it Kempe? No, I ended up going with someone else. Ah, yes, it was Fabry. So he is left wing / center. What's he like in the draw? 72, not ideal. But you know what? We'll still make it work. So technically, kind of need a left winger and a centerman. 85 discipline. He's got 3.5 for the physicality category. Camp will be our final center pickup. Yeah, let's just send it. With the 621st selection of the fantasy draft, the Boston Bruins will take a Boston Bruins legend, Milan Lucic. I hope I did the math right, because it doesn't actually tell you what pick it is anywhere. I don't think. So, yeah. 5.2 million. We can afford it, though. We have 10.6 remaining, and we need a left winger. So, Milan is perfect. Add some toughness to the team as well. Can't go wrong. Well, you could go wrong, but hopefully we didn't. It was 622. Darn it. So close, but yet... so far, the way I angle my face, I can just see the green screen glare in the glasses, and I know it's not going to end up well. But that's our team. I like it. I think we're going to be very solid. So normally, that would mean we're going to be terrible. I knew it. I knew they'd be a +5. Can we get 0? Yes, and they are the same overall. So I will make that swap real quick. Offensively, we got Matthew playing with Bo and Tuck. They are only a +1. Mantha, Fabry, and Kaloran are a 0. Well, I guess, yeah, the entirety of our bottom 9. Does anyone ever say that? Is that a thing? Probably not, but regardless, they are all 0. In the net, we've got Alex at 85 overall, and we've got Kochetkov as our backup. This is a pretty filthy third line. I feel like Nick Paul deserves an 82 overall, but I'll leave it. Okay, fine. You make your calls, EA. So Kachuk gets the most points. I don't think we're going to get a lot of points. I think we're going to do much better at preventing other teams from getting goals. So I'll say he gets 72 points just because that's a sick number. Don't know if you knew that yet or not. I'll predict that we make the playoffs. Don't know what gives me that instinct. But you know what? Let's say we finish 12th in the league. Oh, that's not a great start. Nice. Bounce back. Oh, the draft class is going to be slightly weaker than normal? That's sick. Don't care. In case you're wondering why I don't care, not going to be drafting. Yeah, breaking news. Cheeky little win streak there, and we lost to the Golden Knights, but come right back with a shutout against the Blues. Oh my, there's been a lot of, well, not 0-goal games, but games where one team got 0 goals. We are going to be somewhere between, it's very competitive, so 3rd and 5th in the division, I believe. And I will keep our trading block. We'll jump in, see who's available. I don't think I'm going to make any moves. Oh. No, he's going to be literally impossible to get. You'd have to give up both arms to get that guy. Tarasenko is also on the block. Yeah, if Patrick Kane gets traded, that will be a blockbuster, so we'll be notified. But I think he's staying put. Tarasenko, I could see it happening. Patches, probably getting traded. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh! On that note, Patches already gone to the Dallas Stars, I would imagine. Yep, we didn't get any notification, so Patrick Kane did not move. He remained exactly where he was. We are now second in the division, but again, look how close it is. There is not many points separating the 4 teams after the top one, so it's going to be a very close race. Doesn't matter, because every team makes the playoffs anyway, but, you know, I guess just for the sake of bragging rights, and maybe playoff seeding, I guess. We're going to be going up against the LA Kings in round number 1. But first, let's have a look at some of the stats for the season. They finished 37, 39, and 6. They finished strong, though, 6-4-0. The Boston Bruins, 3rd in the Atlantic Division and 6th in the Eastern Conference. I'm pretty sure we confirmed that's conference, right? Conference rank? 6th? Yeah. Carolina got the President's Trophy. This is their roster. They had Farabee, Reinhart, and Rantanen, Gibson, and net. Pietrangelo playing with Gavrikov. I mean, their team's okay. I don't get it. I still don't understand the simulation engine. The Flyers had Slavkovsky, McDavid, and Miller as their first line. Jeez. Wallstedt and net. They are set for the future. Sergachev and EK65 on D. They also got Quinton Byfield, Mercer, Mason Marchman, holy smokes. Robbie Fabry ended up with the most points. He was a plus 30 and had 64. Killorn had 53, Mantha 52, same with Horvat. Kachuk had 48. What's going on, Matt? Ned played very well. 38, 23, and 5, 7 shutouts, and a 912 save percentage. Not so good for the backup, but you know what? Valiant effort. Carlson had 48 points playing with Theodore, who had 27. I don't understand this game at all. I really don't. Ned actually had the most wins in the league, tied with Wallstedt, so he is likely going to go home with some hardware. Well, not necessarily, I don't think. I can't remember what the goalie trophies are for. Some very high save percentages here, though. We got a 934 from Binnington, and then a 924, a 923, another 924. Roman Josi, 78 points, leads defenseman. Makar had a nice amount. He was in second. McAvoy was 67, and EK65 had 66. It would have been cool if he put up 65, but no. Had to get that one extra. The man who was available at the trade deadline takes home the Art Ross, and convincingly. He had 9 more points than Nate Mack, who was in second, and he had 1 more goal, so I think he also gets the Rocket Richard, and they wanted to trade this guy. Playoff time, the LA Kings will be our first round opponent. Let's see how it goes. The Washington Capitals just canned their coach in the playoffs, and they made the playoffs because every team did. That's not a great start. We are 1-2. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. What a comeback. I did not see that coming. I was convinced we were gone. But no, we remain. And the Edmonton Oilers will be our round 2 opponent. We are now into the round of 16. And that is a very... Oh, never mind. We started... I thought we were going to come back again. After we went 0-3, it was a sweep. I was convinced. But no, we went on to win the next 2. Pushed it all the way to 6, and then we got rinsed. After all that, we end up with a Calgary, Florida Stanley Cup final, and the winner and new Stanley Cup champion, Calgary Flames. It actually happened. The 30th placed Calgary Flames, who finished with a record of 33, 41, and 8, went on to win the Stanley Cup. That is tremendous. They had Patty Kane, Stamkos, and Tarasenko as their first line. Hello? Oshie, Shen, and Schmaltz. Swayman and net. And then they had Wall as the backup. Nurse, Petrie, Fowler, Muzzin. Yo, their team's solid. I thought for sure they were going to be on the front page. And then I kept scrolling. And kept scrolling. And kept scrolling. I thought I passed them. But no. They are here. 3rd last in the league. And your Stanley Cup champions. Mantha did well. He put up 11 points, and Kachuk finally showed up. Same with Carlson, but it's too little too late. Ned did well. He had a 916, 263, so can't blame it on him whatsoever. Swayman had a 934. Holy smokes, he played outstanding. Same with Freddie, and so did Jesper. Defensively, we see Pietrangelo putting up 22 points in 25 games. Ekblad had 16 in 29, so what a run from Alex Pietrangelo. Drew Doughty, point a game at 14s. Probably would have won the Conn Smythe if they won the cup, but They did not. So it's going to be Stamkos, I would imagine, who put up 31 points in 24 games. Patrick Kane is right there as well. He had 28 points. And Jason Robertson, 27 in just 17 games. It is award time, so there we go. Individually, Art Ross goes to Patty Kane. Yeah, he's just gonna clean up. Let's see if we won anything. Slav gets the Calder. That's good stuff. And Binnington gets the Jennings and the Vezina. Fine. Okay, Patrick Kane cleaning up. Here is the playoff tree. So we have two different sides of it, obviously, because as I said, and the whole purpose of the video, every single team made the playoffs. So we will focus on this side real quick. There you go. You can have a look at that if you're interested. Colorado and Toronto first round matchup. That is a hefty first round series, but Colorado would take it in 7. And here you go. The other side of the equation looks like that. Florida taking out Anaheim in 5 games. There's a lot of the same color there. Well, actually not a lot. And as we saw, the finals was Florida against the Calgary Flames. So that was fun. I'm glad I decided to do that. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that the Flames won, because that's the main point of the video. I wanted to see if it could happen, and sure enough. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. I definitely can say my voice is back in full force now, which is tremendous. And on that note, guys, see you soon.